Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1987. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well my friends, it's that time again for another anime review. And yes my friends, I got my cute little special guest here with me, my dear old Kenshin Himura. One of my most favorite characters of all time from a great TV show called Rurouni Kenshin. And he's truly one of my favorite anime heroes of all time. Truly my personal favorite anime hero of all time. And the reason why that Kenshin Himura is here today, once again, on my video, well, today I decided to do another Rurouni Kenshin review. And sadly, I'm not gonna do the Samurai X Reflection or the Samurai X the motion picture. And be happy, I'm not gonna do those anime reviews that's coming really soon in the main future. So be happy, I'm not gonna do that for this year or the next year around. But I decided to do another anime review that features an OVA with one of the most greatest animes of all time. So anyway, for my next anime review is the Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. And I decided to do it in a two-part event. For part one, I will tell you about the main plot of the story and the strongest points of the weakest points of the anime. And for part two will be the characters, well, which ones I like the best, and my final thoughts of the OVA. So anyway, ladies and dudes, without further ado, let's head on to my two-part event of my anime review of Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. So, the anime starts off, well, I don't have much to say about the plot of the story, but anyway, for the main plot of the story is all about when Kenshin Himura, Miss Kaoru, Yahiko, Sonosuke, Hajime Saito, a couple of the members of the Only Wabon group, and Seijiro Hiko are heading on to their most biggest battle of their lives that is going on in Kyoto. There's going to be a big giant war going on between them and a group of enemies. I forgot the name of the group that Lord Shishio is in. And these evil group of samurais, ninjas, whoever these people are coming down and they're going to destroy Kyoto before they can head on to Tokyo. That's their next part of their plan. And plus, there's gonna be a really interesting battle between one of the most two legendary samurais of all time. One is a samurai who is the legendary Peacemaker, who is using the Sakurabato, the Roche Blade sword, while the other is one of the most deadliest enemies around, who almost died 10 years ago, but he came back to life since his body isn't turned into a Chris or whatever. And yeah, he's also a formal Batosai the Manslayer, if you know what I mean. So yeah, there's going to be one big giant battle going on between the two samurais who were once the legendary Batosai the Manslayer. And only one of these samurais will be the last one standing. Which one will it be? Will it be Kenshin Himura, the legendary Peacemaker samurai, or will it be Lord Shishio, one of the most deadliest assassins around, who wants revenge and all that stuff, if you know what I mean? So anyway, that's my whole entire plot of Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this OVA that is so darn different than the TV series? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I really like it. It's pretty darn good. I think this is one of the best OVAs I've seen so far. It won't be the greatest, but it's still pretty good in so many ways. I will say the only three things that they did rescue this OVA without making it so worse is only three things, and three things only. One is the animation, two is the score, and three is the original Japanese dub who did the dub for the TV series of Rurouni Kenshin, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I will say the Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc, is a very good anime, and I enjoyed that anime very much. I will say for the storyline, the first episode was okay. The second episode is way better. The animation is so darn beautiful. The character designs, I got some good ones and a few bad ones. The Japanese dub rules. The English dub, I have mixed feelings for it. What else? And I really do love the score. It had they brought back the original score that came from the TV series. So yeah, ladies and dudes, I did enjoy the Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. After all, it is way more different than the TV series or the manga-wise. But I don't mind the retelling story of the Kyoto saga. I will say it's pretty darn good in so many ways, even if it has a few flaws here and there. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of the Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. I will say for the strongest point for this OVA, it has to be the animation. The animation is so darn well done. It is very bright, very colorful. It's really darn beautiful in so many ways. And I will say for this animation, it has one of the most richest animations I have ever seen in anime history. The only animes that I remember that has good animation, that has a beautiful, rich feel to it, was Hayao Miyazaki's Howl's Moving Castle, the Rumbling Hearts next season, and the Marvel's anime Wolverine. If you've seen any of those animes that I talked about, you will find out that these good animes out there that has one of the most greatest, richest animation that you will ever see in your whole entire life. That animation really did blow me away. I was thinking to myself that these people worked really, really hard to make such good animation for a two-part OVA. I was just blown away. It's like it came out of fresh air or something like that. It's hard for me to say. So I will say the animation is truly the strongest point of the OVA. And as for the weakest point of this OVA, will be a tie. Just a tie. Between a few of the character designs and a few of the actors that came from the English dub. First off, let's go on to the character designs. There's only two character designs that I was so darn disappointed of. It is for my two favorite love couple in anime history, Kenshin and Miss Kaoru. I will say for Kenshin's character design, it was pretty darn messed up. I really don't like the character design for Kenshin Himura. The only two main problems I have with Kenshin's character design is his face and the hair. I will say for his face, it looks kind of pale when it's not right at all. It looks like, Kenshin's face is way too skinny or something. It looks like he's not happy about something or whatever. And as for his hair, it looks like Kenshin did not wash his hair for a pretty long time. It looks like his hair is freaking messy, if you know what I mean. So I just wish that the character design for Kenshin should have done a little bit better. Just like, something that came from in the TV series. Here's the old character design of Rurouni Kenshin. Well, for Kenshin Himura anyway. And another thing is, I was disappointed for the character design for Miss Karu. I really love the TV series one better. But as for the OVA character design, Miss Karu, it looks pretty darn disappointing. All I could say is her face looks kind of pale too, if you know what I mean. But I don't mind her hair. At least her hair is straight up. I wish there's something else I could say, but that's all I could say about the character designs for Kenshin and Karu. And as for the English dub for the OVA, the 3 actors I'm disappointed of is for the voice actor who did Hajime Saito, the voice actress who did Miss Karu, and the voice actor who played Lord Shisho's right-hand man. I forgot his name, but it's been a while. For Miss Karu's voice actress, it sounded terrible. It doesn't sound like the TV series of Miss Karu or the OVA one that came from Reflection. I wish the voice actress who did Miss Karu should have done a little bit better, or just bring back the actress who did the Reflection one. At least she did better. For the voice actor who did Saito, I think that guy sounded a bit too old. He sounded like something in the 40s or the 50s, but in the anime version or the manga-wise, he's in his 30s. And we need an actor who did Hajime Saito needs to have a 30-something-year-old voice. You know, a voice that's kind of serious and kind of deep at the same time. And not an actor who sounded kind of old. And as for the guy who played Lord Shisho's right-hand man, let's just say that guy sounded too old or something. I know this right-hand man is really a guy, but I like it better when a female actress who could do a guy character. Maybe makes a little bit more sense, if you know what I mean. So anyway, the character designs and a few of the English dub is truly one of the most weakest points that I ever found in this OVA. And that is it for part 1 of the OVA version of the Rurouni Kenshin, the Kyoto arc. And I'll be back a couple of minutes as I tell you about part 2 of which of the characters who are the all-time best for the OVA, and also my final thoughts of the Rurouni Kenshin, the new Kyoto arc. So please don't go away.